Hey everybody, welcome to Chicago Philly Football Talk. Tonight we present to you Thursday Night Football. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Minnesota Vikings, and we're excited. I'm your host, Matthew Pulowski. Later, my broadcast partner, Jacob, will be joining me. So this is going to be a fun one, folks. We got the Minnesota Vikings, who are not doing too great, hosting the 6-5-1 Pittsburgh Steelers. The Vikings are 5-7. And are, unfortunately for them, they're not having the season they would like, as playoffs are slipping out of reach for them. We have Kirk Cousins trying to lead them maybe back to a win to get back into the playoff picture. We have Ben Roethlisberger leading the Steelers here, looking for a road win. He has 2,758 yards on the season, 16 touchdown passes, 6 interceptions. Cousins has 33-53 for his yardage this season, 25 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions. Cousins has the better numbers, but Steelers have the better record. Najee Harris is the starting running back, the top running back for the Steelers, 779 yards, 5 touchdowns, and that's all on 217 attempts. He is the rookie from Alabama. We got Dalvin Cook as the top rusher with 773 yards, 4 touchdowns on just 171 attempts. So similar numbers there for both those starting running backs. Then top receivers, we got the second-year receiver Justin Jefferson with a little over 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns this season on just 78 receptions. Then we've got Deontay Johnson as the top receiver for the Steelers, almost 1,000 yards. He's 86 yards shy of 1,000 yards on the season. He's got 6 touchdowns on 76 receptions. So again, similar numbers. The Steelers, they're in passing yards, they rank 14th. The Vikings rank 7th in passing yards per game. Rushing yards, again, the Vikings rank 15th, while the Steelers rank 29th, averaging only 86.9 yards per game. Points per game, Minnesota is 11th with averaging a little over 25 points, while Pittsburgh struggles, making an average of around 20. Here we go. As we kick off things tonight, the Vikings take a touchback, and we are ready to get started tonight on Thursday Night Football. It's my pleasure to bring this broadcast, to present Thursday Night Football to you on this broadcast. So it'll be exciting to see both these offensive play against each other. Both offenses are very prominent in this league. We'll see how their defenses hold up. Minnesota's defense isn't as prominent in the league as the Steelers. Here's Cousins on first down, first snap, throwing left on the right side, completing it to Justin Jefferson for about 9 yards. Nice completion on the right side, and sets up 2nd down and 2 on the first snap. Last week against Detroit, he only had 11 catches. He had some nice yardage. But both of these teams are the 2 teams in the league that have been able to allow Detroit to have good games this season. Here is another completion to Jefferson, a screen to the right side, and he picks up the first down as he picks up a couple yards and runs out of bounds. Vikings are 15th in rushing, as we said, 7th in passing, 6th overall offense. However, that defense for them is one of the reasons they are where they're at right now. They allow a lot of points, so you really need good defenses to win in the league. We are 1 minute into the game. Minnesota, 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Here's Cousins, hands it off to Cook. Cook running up the right side, getting some daylight, and he gets into Pittsburgh territory just outside the 40. Cousins had a nice, Cook had a nice run there. Found some nice wide open holes, and he broke some tackles there too. Dalvin Cook has been a great rusher over the course of his career, just very consistent, and he is really good at making explosive plays. Here he gets the ball again, picking up about 4 yards, powering up the middle. That will bring up 2nd down and about 6. So we talked about how the Vikings defense is not that great. However, on the flip side, the Steelers have a great defense. They've got one guy in particular, and that would be TJ Watt, who has just been outstanding, not just this season, but over the course of his career. Here is Cousins, fakes the handoff, back in the pocket, throwing deep downfield, and it is nearly caught by Justin Jefferson. He couldn't grab it. He had a hand on it, and it was placed perfectly, but he could not make the catch. That would have been a crazy touchdown pass. That Cousins just threw that into double coverage perfectly, and he tried to Jefferson tried to one-hand it, and he almost got it. So that brings up the first 3rd down of the game. This season, 38% on 3rd down for this Vikings offense. From the 38, here is Cousins back, throws it into the ground. We'll see if there was a There was a false start on the offense, and no, it's a delay of game on the offense. Go back to that play from Cousins throwing it perfectly to Jefferson. Jefferson tried to one-hand it and just could not bring it in, and he was upset at himself for not making that catch. But that would have been that would have been a spectacular catch if he'd made it. Cousins in the gun, standing on the Vikings logo. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. He's back, standing at midfield, throwing over the middle, and it is caught by KJ Osborne, and he doesn't think he was down, but the officials say he was down. That'll bring up 4th and short. We'll see if they decide to go for this or if they will punt or kick it. I'm not sure what kind of range their kicker has. Their kicker is Greg Joseph. He does have a good boot. He is 24 for 28 this season. His longest is 55. This here is a 53-yard attempt. Here's the snap, good hold, and the kick is up, and it is wide left. Wide left. So that is no good, and the Vikings turn it over. It had the height, but it just curled left. So that drive ends without any points, and the Steelers will be having their first shot offensively. We'll be right back after this. Alright, we are back. The Steelers take over after the missed field goal, 1st and 10 at the 43 in their own territory. They start out in the gun. Roethlisberger has Harris to his right, one receiver left, two to the right. He throws over the middle. It is complete. I believe it. Yes, it is caught by... Let's see who that was. I apologize, folks. I was unable to see which receiver that was. Alright. So under center, Roethlisberger hands it off to Harris. Harris pushing up the middle, gets some extra help from the lineman, and he pushes forward, and I think he might have the first down. That first catch was made by Alexander. Or, I'm sorry, no, that was McLeod who made the catch. McLeod made the catch. Tackled by Alexander. Roethlisberger this season has a 64.9 completion percentage. He has been a very consistent quarterback for the Steelers offense over the course of his career. He's won 2 Super Bowls. Here he goes. Hands it off to Harris on 3rd and 1. He pushes forward, and he gets the first down on a 2-yard gain. So overall, this Steelers offense is ranked 22nd. They have by no means mastered their offensive scheme here. They have by no means been a dominant offense. They have had their struggles, but Roethlisberger has been in this league for a while. He still has a lot of football left in him, as we've seen. Here he throws to the right side to Claypool. Claypool out of bounds at the 40, and then it's about a 5-yard pickup right there. And there's a little push at the end from Breland, and that's going to be a flag. We'll see who they call this on. It might be Claypool, who was talking to him a little bit. Oh, it's going to be on Claypool. He pushed Breland first, and then Breland pushed him back. So, yeah, just a little bit of nastiness there. They're saying personal foul on they're calling this on the Steelers. I think they're going to call, yeah, they're calling Claypool. They're saying that's unnecessary roughness. Giving that little shove. So that will be a 15-yard penalty against the Steelers. So back to Ben Roethlisberger. He's played a lot of football over the course of his career, and apparently he still has some football in him as he's still playing. You know, there was talk about whether he'd come back, but he is back. I don't know if this is his last season or not, but we'll see. Here he goes on 2nd and 19. He gets the ball away, and it is dropped by McLeod. McLeod had it, and it was dropped, and you got to give Roethlisberger a lot of credit on that play. He was under tremendous pressure, just a blitz up the middle from that linebacker, and he was being pulled down from by the back of his jersey, and McLeod had it, and he just dropped it. It was a low pass, but the fact that Roethlisberger even got the pass out was impressive. So 3rd and 19, their first or second third down of the game. This season they've completed 42%, which is pretty good on 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger, wide snap, he throws it, completes it to Deontay Johnson, and that is inside the 40 at about the 39, 38-yard line, somewhere around there. And we'll see. It looks like they're going to have to punt unless they decide to go for a 4th and 4. And they are keeping the offense out there. A little close to punt and a little far for a field goal. Roethlisberger lines them up. He's in the gun. 4th and 4. He steps up, tries to say something to his teammates at the line. They might just try to get them to jump. And looks like they got the snap off a little late, but they have the play going, and Roethlisberger runs up the middle. And for now, he gets the first down, but it looks like this will be coming back because of the delay of game. That was a good play by Roethlisberger, running up the middle. You know, he's not very fast for a guy like him who's mainly a pocket passer, but he did make a nice run, but it won't count. They were just about a second late as they got the snap off. 8 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Roethlisberger is... Oh, it looks like they did get the defensive lineman to jump. Here is a handoff to the running back, and the Minnesota defense smears him for a loss. So back to that last play. It turns out that they didn't get called for a delay of game, and it wasn't a jump play. They didn't get the defensive line to jump. What happened was it was holding called on the defense, and it was declined. So it turns out that 4th down run did count. So good job by Roethlisberger reading that type of play and just running straight up the middle and getting the first down. So this drive continues from the 31. 3 receivers bunched to the left. Roethlisberger in the gun. And he throws. No, he's sacked. And he might have lost the football in the process. Looked like he got back on it. That was some good pressure from that defensive line. He caved there as he tried to throw, and he lost the football and then got back on it. Good job by Roethlisberger being able to be aware of where that ball was after he got hit. Good job by the defense being able to get to him and break up that pass. Another 3rd down here. They're 1 for 2 tonight on 3rd down. This is their 2nd 3rd and long of 15 yards or more. 6:16 to go. And this is a timeout. So we'll be right back after the timeout. Alright, we're back after the quick timeout. So this will be 3rd and 18 for the Steelers. So the Steelers... I apologize, it looks like we're back at commercial again. So we'll be right back after this. All right, folks, I apologize for the confusion on that last segment. Turns out it was a review, so they were reviewing that play. So it will be 3rd down and 18 here from the 37-yard line of the Vikings. Here is Roethlisberger on 3rd down, completing it to Johnson. Johnson crossing the field, getting to the 30, and that's it. A little extra effort there at the end, and the 30 is about as close as he got, which might be field goal range for Boswell. We'll see. Roethlisberger 3 for 4 tonight, 28 yards. That play was a 7-yard play, and that brings up 4th and 11, way short of the first down. So Chris Boswell will attempt a field goal. He's 24 for 25 this season. This is a 49-yard attempt. Here's a snap. Good hold, and the kick is no good. Greg Joseph missed one earlier tonight. Boswell misses this one. The game remains tied at 0. It just went it went wide left just a bit. This one was much closer than Joseph's. So this game remains tied at 0. We'll be back after commercial. Alrighty, and we are back after the missed field goal by Boswell. And the Vikings get it back. This will be the Vikings' second drive of the game. 5:32 left to go here in the first. Here's Cousins under center. Cook in the backfield. 3 receivers left. They screen it, and it is broken up. A lot of confusion there on that left side. And it was intended for Jefferson, and it is incomplete. Looked like there was a lot of confusion there. The corners on the right side, or on the left side, ran right up to the receivers. They looked like they read that play as a screen, so they broke it up pretty well. Here's Cousins, hands off to Cook. Good play. Cook right up the middle, up to the 40, up to the 35, and pushing down to the 30. What a run by Cook. Huge gain on the play. That was a 30-yard run. Tackled by Edmonds. That was a great job by Cousins selling the potential play-action play, and it just opened up really wide for Dalvin Cook, and he just ran right up the left side, and he pushed forward. They're at the 31 now, already in the territory of the Steelers. Here's Cook again, getting inside the 20-yard line now. Or, excuse me, that was not Cook, that was Madison. Madison on the carry that time. Cousins 3 for 5 tonight, only 21 yards, but their offense looks a little better than the Steelers so far tonight. Just a little more explosive. Steelers defense has played pretty well this year, but one of the main problems for the Steelers this year has just been offense. We noted earlier that they only average around 20 points a game, so that's been a problem for them. Here's a handoff and an inside run by Madison as he runs up the middle. Only 3 yards picked up on that play. 2nd and 7. Cook is back in now as the main running back. 3 rushes and already 54 yards tonight. It's really fun to watch him play. Jacob Worst will be joining us momentarily. Here's Cousins, play action, throwing right side. He's got Jefferson wide open. Touchdown. Touchdown, Minnesota. They strike first. Justin Jefferson to the outside, got to the right side of the end zone and just beat the corner. That was a really good route by Jefferson. He just beat the corner on the crossing route. Took it to the right side of the field, and just the speed of this guy is incredible. A great crossing play. They did a what looked like a scissor route where they crossed over each other, and they had another receiver running the other way on a crossing route. So really good play. This extra point is no good, and there's a problem at US Bank Stadium with kickers tonight. 4 missed points so far by Greg Joseph. He missed a field goal earlier, and now he misses an extra point. And then a field goal missed on the last drive by Boswell. We'll be right back after commercial. 6-0 Minnesota. And we are back. That was a 5-play scoring drive after the missed kick by Boswell, as the Steelers took the other way for 6. And they missed the extra point, so it is a one-score, 6-0 game with 3:31 to go in the first quarter. Fair caught in the end zone by McLeod, and that will be 1st and 10 at the 25 for the Steelers. Total yards tonight, 36 by the Steelers, 106 by the Vikings. Again, this is kind of what we expected from these two offenses. Steelers struggling just a little bit, but they are not doing too badly. Here is a handoff on a jet sweep by a jet sweep play by Deontay Johnson, as he got the handoff from Roethlisberger, ran up for about 7 yards. 3:13 to go here in the first. Roethlisberger 4 for 5 for 34 yards. Roethlisberger is under center. At the 33-yard line, Claypool in motion to the left. Now here's another right end play as he hands it off to Claypool. Claypool diving forward, loses the football, and Minnesota says they have it. We'll see if his knee was down. So far they signal Minnesota's ball. Wow. Big play made. They tried the same play again, but just going around to the right side as Claypool got the handoff. Same play that Deontay Johnson made, but Claypool extended and lost the football. It looks like before his knee was down. This will be a long review, if you ask me. He was extending forward, and he lost the football. It looks like he lost the football before he came down. If this is Vikings ball, then they're in good shape to start running away with this game early. So they tried a jet sweep play. He had Claypool going in motion to the left, and then he bounced back right before the snap, took the handoff, took it to the right end of the field, and he had some defenders who were all over him. He tried to push past the line of scrimmage to get a couple of yards. He would have had about 3, but then it looked like he lost the football before his knee came down. So as this is a booth review, we'll be right back after commercial break. Alright folks, we're back, and it turns out that they are ruling that Claypool was down by contact before the ball came out. It's really close, and actually that's what it looked like. His left shin touched before he lost complete control of the ball. So that counts as a 2-yard gain. That'll be 3rd and 1. So 2 running plays from the wide receivers. That last one was a potential turnover, but it was reversed. Claypool in motion coming into the slot. Roethlisberger under center. Hands it off to Harris. Harris gets tripped up and stopped on 3rd and 1. Big play made by Woods. Xavier Woods on a good play, making the stop, tripping up Najee Harris. So we'll see what Pittsburgh decides to do. They are still in their own territory, and they are going to punt because this is 4th and 2. They went for a 4th and 4 earlier, but that was in Minnesota territory. So here's the punt. The punt is deep, and it is taken inside the 30-yard line. Up the middle goes the return man, taking it up to the 46-yard line. Good return by the return man on that play. So the Vikings come back out onto the field with their offense. Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson connected on their last drive. It was a 5-play scoring drive, and they put up the first points of the game. It was a nice play by Jefferson. He outran the cornerback that was covering him, and just showed what he can do with the type of speed that he has and just the great route running capabilities that he has. So here they go, starting from the 47-yard line. In motion, the tight end into the slot. Cousins back from under center, throws left side over the middle, now completing it to Jefferson. Good play made as Jefferson came in across the middle from the left side. Made the catch, and that's a first down. A gain of 18. It was a nice slant route by Jefferson, and he got up to the 36 of Pittsburgh. So they're already in Pittsburgh territory in just one play. From the 39 of Pittsburgh, they hand it off to Cook. Cook getting about 3 yards on the carry. That is a 3-yard pickup. Tackled by Bush. The work that offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak has done has been very impressive. This offense has always been an impressive offense, and they're very reliable when it comes to coming up in clutch situations. Here's a handoff to Cook up the right side. Cook to the 25, spinning forward to the 20, and a nice pickup by Dalvin Cook. He's been outstanding so far tonight. That was another explosive run. Joining us now is my broadcast partner, Jacob Wurst. Jacob, it's great to have you on the broadcast tonight. It is currently the Vikings football, and it's the end of the first quarter. Have you been watching the game?
No, I just turned it on.
Okay. So far, Minnesota's offense has been looking pretty good. They've really looked sharp. Steelers' offense has looked all right, but not as good. And the Pittsburgh defense has not been playing as they are so prominently known for. So it's currently 6-0 Minnesota. For those of you who don't know, Jacob is a good friend of mine. He is one of our sponsors. We sponsor him on our channel. He does custom Hot Wheels, and he also is now doing football card giveaways for challenges. So he's doing a lot of cool stuff on his YouTube channel, DJKinator_1. He does some really cool stuff with football cards, just showing some cool paths that he opens up. So he does some really neat stuff. You can check him out here on this channel that you're watching on. We have him sponsored as a featured channel. So, Jacob, it's great to have you on. Any thoughts on this game tonight?
No, just saying the Steelers defense isn't doing good. That's gonna be a problem. There's no for the defense to get the ball to their offense.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's gonna really be a challenge for Pittsburgh to stop this Minnesota offense. Well, we're currently in commercial break, so we'll be right back after this. All right, we're back. 1st and 10 Minnesota. They threw it incomplete to start this second quarter. So Kirk Cousins with his 3rd incompletion of the game. He does have 53 yards tonight. But that's not the most spectacular part of this offense tonight. So far, it's been Dalvin Cook who's been putting up the spectacular numbers, 73 yards on just a couple of rushing plays. Here is Cousins screening it out to Cook. Cook drops the ball, and it is ruled incomplete. And that play did not work out well. That brings up 3rd down and 10. That was some good pressure by TJ Watt coming around the right side. Good job by Cousins trying to get it out there, but it just did not work out for Cook.
But it is performing very well for the type of defense the Steelers have.
Yeah. Here we go. 3rd down and 10. Standing on the 25, Cousins throwing it to the end zone. Incomplete. Dropped by Justin Jefferson. It would have been a nice catch if he'd made that, but that was difficult, and it is incomplete. He did what looked like a little zigzag, trying to get the corner to get thrown off. He did not bite, and he stayed with him, but that was not what caused the incompletion. It was just a tad bit overthrown, and it was right off the fingertips of Jefferson. It's another drop pass he's had, although that was a little overthrown. Here's a kick, good spot, and it is up, and this time it's good. 38-yard field goal attempt is successful and gives the Vikings a 9-0 lead. The score is now at a 2-score deficit. So this time, Greg Joseph makes it. 14:43 left to go in this second quarter. Roethlisberger and the Steelers will get another shot at this. So far, they've missed a field goal, and they've struggled, but they could have had some points. That was a missed 53-yarder earlier. So considering how good of a kicker Boswell is, it's uncharacteristic of him to miss even from that far of a range. But just that happens, and it's currently a 2-score game in favor of Minnesota.
that the third field goal of the game, or was that missed extra point?
There was a missed extra point earlier off after the touchdown to Jefferson. There was a missed extra point. Yep.
Okay.
Kickoff goes out of bounds at the back of the end zone. So the Steelers get another shot here. Offense hasn't looked terrible, but it also hasn't looked great either. They did fail to capitalize on that field goal attempt, but they also almost turned it over as well.
Steelers defense right now.
The Vikings defense is performing much better. Here is Roethlisberger under some pressure. Here's that line doing what we just talked about, putting some pressure on against Ben Roethlisberger.
Mm-hmm. And this is where Pittsburgh has to start relying on their run game for some points.
Yeah, definitely. Here is Roethlisberger under center. Tosses to the running back Harris. He goes to the left side and he picks up a couple yards. And that'll be third down and long still, as that was only a couple yards picked up. 3rd and 16. .38 total yards for the Steelers. Their offense is struggling. 143 yards for the Vikings. And like you said, this defense for the Vikings is looking good. This is very lopsided compared to what we would expect. This defense has struggled. They really struggled against the Lions, which was rather embarrassing. Here is a throw by Roethlisberger left side, incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th and 16.
Going to give the Vikings the ball back with still time in the second half to just make this a bigger deficit.
Absolutely, yeah. We still have most of the second quarter to go with 13-11 left on the clock. Here is the punter for the Steelers, Harvin, knocks it downfield, down the right side. It is taken by the return man. Good block that he gets, and he's tripped up out of bounds. Nice return. There's going to be a flag on this play. It might be on the defense pushing him out of bounds. So the Steelers are 6-5-1. How would you evaluate the way their season has gone so far this year, Jake?
It's been just a real mix. Like, they played some really close games they beat the Ravens, but they've lost to the Lions. So they just need to find their identity before the playoffs start, and hopefully they can be a part of them.
Yeah. These are the only two teams that have given the Lions satisfaction. The Vikings lost last week to the Lions, and the Steelers tied against the Lions, which really felt like a loss for them. So it's really been disappointing for both of these teams having that kind of outcome against the Lions. And the Lions were winless, so it was really disappointing, I'm sure, for the fans to know that their team gave the Lions either their first half win or their first win. So it was unfortunate for their franchises to lose those embarrassing games, but still, both of these offenses are they both have been good, and they have some great stars, great young talent. We're on commercial break, so we'll be right back after this. All right, we're back. 1st and 10 for the Steelers. Cousins throwing down the left side, complete to Jefferson. And that'll be a big gain, 22 yards on one play. And that was a nice route run by Jefferson.